Hi guys, Anime Night here. I am back with a brand new episode of Figure Showcase Fridays, episode 77. In this episode, we look at the human hybrid Tien Shinhan from the Dragon Ball universe, or Dragon Ball Z universe, however you wish to address it. Tien Shinhan is a human hybrid with different characteristics. He may look human from a first glance, but when you see him up close and everything, he has the third eye because he was descended from an ancient race called the triclops. Now, the third eye it's also a reference to the psychic world where you have your third eye, and it takes a lot of devotion, a lot of mental devotion, and spiritual prowess to have a third to see with a third eye beyond with a clear mind as well. That's what I know from what I've heard different from different psychics. But it's an interesting topic. I recommend looking into it. And if you're interested, it's really complex. It makes it seem confusing at first, but once you really read it and understand it, it becomes a little more clearer. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I apologize. Tien Shinhan is also the student of Master Roshi, King Kai, Mr. Popo, also Mercenary Tao, who was originally his first master upon Crane School at the time. Tien's first debut was the episode "The Rampage of Inoshikacho" in the Dragon Ball series, where he and Chatsu first meet Goku, and they briefly have a fight. It's a very interesting fight, and then they later become friends later on in the series leading up to Dragon Ball Z. Now, Tien joins the 23rd annual martial arts tournament, and his opponent is his own master, who uses the illegal hidden blade attack, hence why Tien has the scar. It was very interesting, and it was also an illegal attack that was used against Tien. Now, Tien he joined the Crane School to take revenge against Goku for defeating his master, Mercenary Tao. And despite having cybernetics and mechanized, Tien easily defeated his master later in the series. His abilities range from he knows all sorts of martial arts technique. He's a devoted and disciplined martial arts expert, and he loves to train others, but he does help the heroes out later on against the battles against the Saiyans, Frieza, Cell, the androids, and so many other threats that have come to attack Earth later on as the saga continues. He has the four wit. One of the interesting techniques he has is the four witches technique. Basically, he can make four arms appear and he can fight you with all four. Think of Goro from Mortal Kombat. That's what I'm referencing for all you Mortal Kombat fans out there. That's what I'm referencing to, like doing the comparison. Basically, it's a comparison to that. Basically, like Girl, except the technique is so wild and it's really interesting. One of my favorite scenes from Dragon Ball Z is in the Cell Saga, where he beats down imperfect Cell with the with the tri-beam, the Neo tri-beam, which nearly killed him. He used it as a last desperation to protect Android 18 from Cell, to buy time for them to get away, which is one of my favorite things I've ever seen Tien do, and why I highly respect him. He also has his other abilities are Solar Flare and Final Solar Flare, which we saw in the Saiyan saga. And also he has the Evil Containment Wave, which he learned from watching Master Roshi do it during the King Piccolo era, or saga, if you will. Overall, Tien is probably one of my favorite secondary characters in the Dragon Ball universe. Yamcha is behind him. If I want to put it to comparison, they're both great in their own right, but I would go with Tien any day because he has like a lot more abilities, and he actually can hold his own against stronger opponents. Yamcha can as well, but to a certain degree, but we all know what Yamcha has been reduced to. I still respect him as the character. Many people are now going to be like, oh, why aren't you doing Tien and Chatsu? The thing is, I'm doing them separately because they're separate characters, so I'm going to do a future episode upon Chatsu. So that will be, I have a spot for him to do, for saved just for him. Tien, the Funko you can see at any other store, even online. The actual figure itself, you can look on eBay. You can look on all kinds of other figure websites. Heck, even in certain stores you could find. But I really like Tien, though. He is probably one of my favorite martial artists out there in the Dragon Ball world. And I would recommend getting if you don't have him in your collection, I highly recommend it. I know it's a Funko, but I have seen certain figures here and there of him. I would probably recommend, unless of course if you're building up a figure collection, by all means go ahead. He came with Chatsu actually, which made it more unique and why I got it. I got it at the Barnes and Noble. That's where I got it from. Anyway, guys, that will do it for this episode of Figure Showcase Fridays. I love you all. I will see you all soon. Be on the lookout for the next stream coming soon, as well as episode 78 of Figure Showcase Fridays. Also, do everything you can to share these videos. Anything helps with the channel, helps with anything, liking, commenting, subscribing, all kinds of stuff. It really helps the algorithm and gets these videos out there. So if you are an avid fan of the anime and love figures, give this one a look. Share this video with your friends who also love anime. I love you guys. I'll see you all later.